Hey guys, Michael Roll here. Spiritual messages from beyond. Um, so my phone's on about 15%, so I can't hook it up on the tripod. So it's me and Berger hanging out. Um, okay, I just got a message. Sorry, and me and the kitties. They're over there. They're getting hungry. It's time to eat in like 10 minutes. So yeah, and just me right now. Me and the kitties. Linda might be home soon, so I'll try to make this quick. Don't not in my usual setup, but I really wanted to put this one out there. There's a couple parts. First part, I think is really funny. How we sort of live in this world. Sorry, I'm making a lot of noise. We live in this. We live in like what came to me, was the idea that we all have thoughts. We all have crazy thoughts, but we live in a world where it's like you're not allowed to have that thought, and like nobody shares. Like if we all really shared what we were really thinking, we'd come together. Like, the only reason we don't is because if someone does share and nobody is, so, oh my God, you're a weirdo, right? But the reality is we've all had really weird thoughts that have come into our heads, really weird feelings, and if we ever like actually talked about those, we would just like it would be so embarrassing, or it would be all of these things, right? And for me, I love talking about stuff like that. Those are the most enjoyable conversations ever. Like, what were you thinking, and then did you do anything? No, it's fine, and that's the idea of thought. Thought is infinite, quick, fast. Thought, you can have any thought in the world. You can connect to any division, any being, any portal, system, vortex, planet, anything, and anything. You can have that thought, but until you embody it, and I've mentioned it a couple times, so I'm shaking a lot. But until you embody it, that's when it becomes real. When you create a real physical, you know, connection with that, and that's what our physical bodies do, and our emotions, right? Remember, emotion, energy in motion. That's all that it is. So, what energy are you going to put into motion? Well, that depends on your thoughts. So, you do have to watch your thoughts, right? Of course. But the fact of the matter is, a thought is just a thought, just like an opinion is an opinion, or a perception is just, a perception until it becomes like, no, that can't happen this way, or that way. Has to happen this way. That's when we start creating the problems. So it was just another, piece that popped into my mind about how the thoughts that people have, especially like when you're kids and you have the wild imagination, or you're, I mean, anybody, any age, doesn't really matter, but the crazy thoughts that, I don't know, just anything like weird stuff, like what if, I can't think of any examples, right now, but things that we would feel embarrassed about, things that we would, why are you embarrassed for like the thought that you had, like you just had a thought, like, okay, yeah, Linda's on the way home, let's wrap this up. And she's just gonna come in and it's gonna be loud, I don't know. But that idea of, it's so silly. She does that a lot. I mean, I noticed that. Which I always tell her like she could tell me anything in the world and I wouldn't care. Like unless it was like she's seriously, like I want to, hurt people, and then I'd be like, okay, like, but that's not who she is, so I'm not worried about that, But I notice that a lot with her. A lot of things she doesn't maybe share, and for her own reasons, it's fine. Don't share it. It's her own, right? All of us, if you don't want to share it, don't share it. I'm a sharer, but it's the judgment. It's there she goes. She knows it's time for food. It's the judgment. It's like, if we judge, I mean, every thought that a child has when their imaginations are going, I mean, crazy, monsters and, all this kind of stuff. And, and then if you just started sharing that, well, what about the three-eyed blind purple people eater, and well, not that one. That one's well accepted or regularly known, right? That's a common one. But it's like as a kid, like, and that's such a good point, because as kids, it's like they don't judge. Because a kid doesn't have a basis for judging. Like, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. and it doesn't affect me whatsoever, and then that's why they live happily, you know what I mean, like, because that we have our opinions and we go about our own lives, and we're not bothering each other with them, you know. And then we become adults and we think that somehow we all have to become the same, we all have to do the same. Like, no, we forgot it, you know. We forgot what it was like to be a kid, to have an imagination, to let things flow, to share with each other. Like, hey, I had the craziest idea. You're gonna think it's so retarded. You're gonna think it's scary. You know, you're gonna look at me like I'm a different person than you've always known this whole time, just because I'm now sharing a thought that I had with you. So it's really funny. But anyways, the other one I wanted to get into was how the number five is all about pyramids. And that's not to say that only what it is, but it was a really cool. You know, it's drawn and it came together. But I'll save that for another time here. I'd have to go get the board and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, she just texted. We got to feed the kiddos. So okay, guys, I love the kiddos, the kiddios. They're our kids. There she goes again. Okay, I'm coming. All right. Love you guys. Hope that was fun. Thanks. See yous.